What is going on, everybody? Steve V here with another video. I hope everybody's doing well out there. So in today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys my first impressions and a light take review on the Tempest Atari Legacy cabinet from Arcade1up. I picked this up from the home shopping channel for $5.99 Canadian, and I got it shipped out last week, but I didn't get a chance to build it till this weekend. Unfortunately, it was Super Bowl weekend. Also, I'm a huge UFC fan. There was a big fight this weekend. So in between the fight on Saturday and the Super Bowl on Sunday and hanging out with my family in between, I did find some time to build this cabinet and try out some of the games. So I'm going to give you guys my first impressions on what I think of some of the games, the controls, the exterior of the cabinet, how it looks, and hopefully that will help you guys decide if this is a cabinet for you. Now, I am a little late to the dance with this cabinet, so most people that want it have already picked it up. But for anybody that's still kind of on the fence with this cabinet, because I know it's kind of getting to the last chance of picking up this cabinet as a new upgraded version will be coming out soon, I can let you guys know if it is a cabinet that's worth picking up, because I was on the fence with this cabinet. So I can at least let you guys know what I think now that I actually have it. I hope you guys enjoy this video. Let's get her started. Okay, so we'll start with the light up marquee. Now, in my opinion, this is probably one of the better light up marquees that Arcade1up has come out with. I just find the colors to be very vibrant, to really pop when the marquee is lit up, which is different than most of your Arcade1up light up marquees because usually there's so much light in the center of the marquee that it almost washes out the image, and then the further you get away from the cabinet, it almost becomes impossible to see what the image is. With this light up marquee, I find the light to be fairly evenly distributed, and when I back up from the marquee, I can still see the image fairly clearly. So to me, this is one of the better light up marquees they've ever done. They even got the fake speaker grill there on the left, which is a nice little tribute to the actual Tempest cabinet. The only thing that they missed out on doing is the actual Tempest cabinet had their light up marquee at an angle. It kind of went with the shape of the cabinet because, as you can see on the side of the cabinet, there's an angle there, and the light up marquee followed that angle. But for whatever reason, Arcade1up wanted to keep it straight. It still looks okay, but for anybody that would want that marquee on their Arcade1up cabinet, there's a third-party company, Arcade Game Factory. They do that slanted marquee if that's what you're wanting. So there's an option out there to get it to look more authentic to the original cabinet. Me personally, I'm okay with this marquee. I find it looks beautiful, and the slant is not a make it or break it for me. I can live with just the straight marquee. So then we have the bezel here, and the bezel is completely black other than two logos. You have the Atari logo at the top, kind of hiding there underneath the marquee, and then you have the Arcade1up logo at the bottom. But the rest of the bezel is black, which blends well with the side panels. The inside of the side panels are black, so it gives a really nice, clean look. Then you got a horizontal screen, which caused a little bit of controversy because of the fact that Tempest, the main game, is a vertical game. There's also two other games on here that are also vertical games, but the rest are horizontal, so I think they had to pick what worked best to play all the games, and a horizontal screen did the job. Even playing Tempest, Centipede, and Millipede, which are the vertical games, they all look fairly good. Centipede and Millipede are a little bit stretched, but I don't find that it looks awkward. It's just, obviously, if you see them on a vertical screen, you kind of know what it looks like. So when you see it on the horizontal, you could tell a bit of the difference, but it's not a deal breaker by any means. So then we got this beautiful control deck that has the amazing Tempest artwork, just phenomenal on this control deck. You have the trackball in the center there. That's very responsive. I had no issues with it at all. It worked well for all the games that use the trackball. Then you got the spinner on the right there, and that spinner is light years better than the original spinner that Arcade1up was using for the Asteroids cabinet that came out in 2018. I mean, that spinner was pure garbage. So the fact that they've got a better spinner there, I would say out of 10, It's a solid 7. So there are better spinners out there, but this one definitely gets the job done, and I'm happy Arcade1up upgraded that. And then you got your button layout there that works for all the games that use the buttons. I just found this control deck to be really good and very responsive. The only thing that I have to mention, and it seems like it was only some isolated incidents I seen online, but it was something that made me hesitate to buy this cabinet originally. And that was, I seen some people that had this issue where the spinner and the trackball would work, but the buttons would just stop working for some reason. I'm not sure if it was a control deck issue or a PCB issue, but it only seemed to be isolated incidents. I have some friends that have this cabinet, and they did not have that issue. So when I talked to them about showing some interest in this cabinet and told them that that's what I was kind of nervous about, they reassured me that none of them had that issue, and that's when I knew it was just isolated cases. So it made me feel a lot more comfortable to pull the trigger on this cabinet. So then as we go down, we got the black J panel, and then we have the 2 points from the side panel kind of coming out at that J panel, which is a unique thing to this particular cabinet. It's that Tempest form factor. And then you got the kick plate that has the sticker coin door with the Atari logo at the bottom. It looks very sharp. It would have been nice if it had the faux coin door, which is that plastic coin door that they're using on some of their new cabinets, like I have on the Simpsons. But unfortunately, they weren't doing that at that time. When the Legacy cabinets came out, before that, they were still putting the logos of the games. So when the Legacy cabinets came out and they switched it to the sticker coin door, I feel like that was a great upgrade. And yeah, if it's not a faux coin door, I would rather a sticker coin door. And this looks really sharp on this cabinet. And then you have the front of the riser there that has the Atari logo. Looks really nice. The black with the white logo just matches very well with the front of the cabinet. So now we're going to take a look at the side panel. So the side panel is that beautiful Tempest form factor with the beautiful Tempest artwork. I got to say, Arcade1up did a phenomenal job with this. The form factor and artwork on the side panel is enough to even make you want to buy the cabinet. It's one of those showpieces that you definitely want to have this cabinet on the edge of your collection because you want people to see the artwork and the form factor of this cabinet. And then a cool thing that Arcade1up did with this cabinet is the riser on the side there. A lot of the times they'll kind of put a different artwork on the side that doesn't really blend with what's going on at the top. But they actually carried on the artwork that's going on the side panel to the side of the riser, which I really feel is a nice take. And I'm glad Arcade1up did it because it just makes the whole side of this cabinet just look beautiful. And like I said, it's a showpiece. It's something that you want to be shown in your arcade. Okay, so now we're going to take a look at the menu screen for the Tempest Atari Legacy cabinet. So you have 12 phenomenal Atari titles on this Legacy cabinet. You have Arcade1up, which is actually a game I never heard of till it ended up on this cabinet. You have Asteroids and Asteroids Deluxe, which are 2 Atari classics. You got Centipede, which is my favorite Atari game. Crystal Castles, which is becoming one of my favorite Atari games as well. Gravitar, Liberator, Major Havoc, phenomenal game. Millipede, which is an upgraded version of Centipede, so that's my second favorite Atari game. Missile Command, Space Duel, and Tempest. And Tempest, it's actually funny. So the first time I actually played Tempest was on that terrible Asteroids Arcade1up cabinet. So when I was playing it with that terrible spinner, it was not good. So to actually play Tempest on this cabinet, it's so much better and such a fun game. I'm so happy actually having Tempest be part of my arcade collection. So you pick the games using the trackball, and then you have a blue light that shines the game that you're about to pick.
It's kind of hard to see, so you really have to pay attention, especially with the trackball. Sometimes you might be kind of moving, and when you're moving fast, it just kind of skips real quick, so you have to really pay attention. Because I'm holding my phone, I can't really show you any gameplay, but I'm going to go into Tempest, and maybe we can see the attract mode there. There you go. So you just hit the fire there, which is A. And then hit the one player there. And we are in Tempest. So this is, I just obviously wanted to show you guys what it looked like, because obviously it was supposed to be on a vertical screen. This is a horizontal screen, but as you can see, it looks great. I'm also going to show you Centipede just so you can kind of see how that looks. And then, yeah, we'll end this little first impression / light review video. So as you can see, it is kind of finicky when it comes to moving to your game there. It's not that the trackball's finicky. The trackball's working fine. It's just for whatever reason, you have to just kind of be a little more direct with your movements, I guess, to really get to the game that you want. So yeah, we'll look at Centipede there. So again, this is my favorite Atari game. This is actually the reason I bought this cabinet. I love Centipede that much. Call me crazy, but... So yeah, it's just, as you can see, it's a little stretched out, but it still looks great, and it plays just the way it does on a vertical screen, so I'm happy with it. It does the job for me, so I'll get out of this. So yeah, so I am really happy with this cabinet. I'll give you guys my final thoughts.
Okay, so final thoughts on the Tempest Atari Legacy cabinet. Would I recommend this for anybody that's on the fence? Because like I said, I'm a little bit late to the dance. Most people already have this cabinet that want it. But for anybody that's on the fence about maybe buying this cabinet, because I know they are coming out with an upgraded version. It's going to be that Centipede cabinet with the Centipede form factor, the Wi-Fi for leaderboards, and 2 more games. If you want to go that route or you want to wait for that, I completely understand. I was originally going to do that. But then when I really thought about it, with the 12 games in this cabinet, the fact that, you know, they are score chasers, and the scores do save on the cabinet. You just can't see other people's scores. To me, it was a no-brainer to buy this cabinet, and I would definitely recommend it for anybody that's on the fence about getting this cabinet. The games are so fun to play. I didn't grow up playing a lot of Atari games other than Centipede, Millipede, and a bit of Asteroids. But I find, just with playing it today, I find this is going to be a cabinet that I'm going to keep on coming back to. I just really enjoy these kind of games, these score chasers, these simple games to play that get harder as you go. For me, you need this cabinet in your collection. And then you got the look of the cabinet. I mean, the form factor is just beautiful, very unique controls with the trackball and the spinner. For me, this is a must-have cabinet. I would definitely recommend it, especially since it is going to be cheaper than the Centipede cabinet's going to be. So I would definitely pick this up if you have it available in any of your stores and you're kind of on the fence about it. I would pick it up for sure. Thanks for watching this light take review / first impressions video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Take care.